Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Listen, ladies. I want to make something very, very clear. Your content should be generating you income. Your content should be generating you income. Listen, it's about to be 2026. The days of doing stuff for free is over. Okay? The days of being on social media, not doing nothing with yourself is over. Okay? Every time you post, every time you go live, every time you do anything on these apps, you should be generating income. If you are not, you are doing something wrong and we have to fix it today. Time is of the essence, all right? I also want you guys to understand this. Good afternoon. You should be generating income while you're asleep. I'm gonna say it again. You should be generating income while you're asleep, okay? I'm manifesting a life for you where you wake up and you're already living your dream, okay? You are the dream version of yourself. You're running your business, you're making income, you're building your confidence, you're showing up for yourself, you're setting boundaries, you're starting things and finishing. That's what I'm manifesting for you, okay? Thank you. So if you are not doing that yet, we have to fix it. Time is of the essence, ladies. I also want you guys to understand this. Listen to me very closely. You only need one digital product in your store. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know? Because it changed mine. Ladies, when I first started 6 years ago, I had lost over 100 pounds. I went on a weight loss journey, okay? And so what I did was I took that knowledge I learned on my weight loss journey, how to eat right, how to exercise, and I put it in an ebook and started selling it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too, okay? So there's something that you already know about that you should be monetizing today. But you wanna know why you're not? Let me tell you why you're not. You're not doing it because you live in fear. See, a lot of you guys are so fearful of putting yourself out there and looking stupid. A lot of you guys are so fearful of trying something new and not getting the results that you want in the time frame in which you feel entitled to them. A lot of you guys are so fearful of people talking about you. And that fear, you guys, that you refuse to let go of is the same exact fear that's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you trapped, okay? So you're either going to let go of the fear or you will continue to allow fear to keep you trapped in a life that you don't even want. But remember, the choice is always yours, okay? It's always yours. Now, what I want to know is this. Who on this live is fed up with their own BS? They're tired of always starting and stopping. They're tired of not having confidence in themselves. They're tired. They want more for their life. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you are fed up with your life and you are ready for more, you're tired of your own BS, go ahead and put me in the chat because I want to know who I'm talking to. Let's go, let's go. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If that's you, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you are fed up with living paycheck to paycheck and you want to change it, let's talk about that. And you want to change it. Listen, believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy. Good afternoon. Believe it or not, but a lot of people love living paycheck to paycheck. I know that sounds wild, but it's true. Their actions show it, okay? But if you are ready to change that, you want more for yourself, go ahead and put me in the chat because I want to know who I'm talking to. Hello. Good afternoon, Alexis. Thank you. Good afternoon. Come on in. Thank you, Omega. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, my name is Coach Jazz, and I teach women how to glow up. Okay, we're going to build our mindset and we're going to build our business on this live. Okay, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of tea on how to create your digital product and how to sell it. It would be in your best interest, ladies, to write it down. Because one thing I know about you is this. I know this. You're going to forget. You're gonna forget good afternoon. Listen, we're human at the end of the day. Life be life and stress be stressing, right? Okay, well, if you take notes, if you write it down, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. Also, I want you guys to see this word here. This says execution. Good afternoon, come on in. This word is execution, ladies. This is going to be the key word of the life. You have to execute, okay? We can't keep doing manifestation boards. We can't keep talking about what we're gonna do and not doing it. We cannot keep not doing it, okay? We can't keep taking notes and not doing anything with the notes that we take. We have to execute, which means you have to get it done. Anything that you want in life, ladies, you have to work for it. It doesn't just fall into your lap magically because you wished upon a star. No, we have to execute, okay? We don't have a choice. No, we do not, all right? So if you have your pen and paper in hand, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Also, TikTok family, the more we interact with this live, the more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. Believe it or not, a lot of women are tired of their own BS. They want to start over and finish, okay? They want to build their online business. They want to have confidence in themselves, all of the things. So just like this live found you, let's allow this live to find others, okay? Just like this live found you, let's allow this live to find others, all right? So if you have your pen and paper in hand, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let's go, let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz. Let's go TikTok. I need to see some readies in the chat. Somebody type the word ready. Let me know that you're awake, you're here, you're ready, ladies. Come on. Also, we're gonna be building our confidence this evening. I'm normally on live in the morning, so y'all probably gonna hear me say good morning when I really mean good afternoon. Hey, perfect, thank you, Trick. Okay, I am confident in the decisions that I make. I am confident in the decisions that I make. Good afternoon. Affirmations, you guys. Make sure y'all are speaking these to yourselves. This is very important. Very good, Omega. Thank you. So let's get into it. What is a digital product and how will we build our business? So a digital product, ladies, is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession, right? It's all out in the cloud somewhere. You gon' create something to sell, okay? Yes, you will. And don't overthink. Do not overthink. There's something that you already know about that you could be monetizing today, okay? What did I tell you guys? When I first started, I lost 100 pounds and I monetized my knowledge in weight loss, how to eat right, how to exercise. So there's something you already know how to do, and that's what I want you to sell, okay? You could sell an ebook. You could sell an e-course, you could do workbooks and journals, you could sell a private community. It's really whatever your heart desires. Whatever it is, you can do it. There's no limitations. There's no limitations, but you're gonna have to execute. All right, now, good afternoon. I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, 2. And these apps will literally change your entire life if you use them. So not only will you download it, you're gonna use it, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. I ain't showing y'all nothing until I get some 1s in the chat. Good afternoon, come on in TikTok. Hello YouTube, welcome, welcome. Also you guys, make sure you are liking the live. Make sure you guys are liking the live. Remember, the more we interact with this live, the more it gets pushed out. Thank you, you guys, very good. All right, here we go. App number 1, write it down. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, y'all. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, okay? Now, some of y'all have heard of this app, but I need you to use it, okay? You will be using Canva for everything. And when I say everything, it's because that's what I mean, all right? So maybe you want to create content. You want to talk about your digital products through the videos that you post, fine. Canva has thousands of templates that you could be using to make everything branded, put some pretty fonts on the screen, whatever you want. I promise you can find it on Canva. I tell you guys every day to start your YouTube channel. And maybe today you're gonna listen. Maybe you're gonna listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails for you to get people to wanna click on the video and watch it in the first place, okay? And it's real simple, you guys. You just drag and drop. It's so easy a cave woman can do it, all right? And maybe you wanna sell a digital product. You wanna create an ebook, but you wanna make sure it looks all nice and professional. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you to make everything look branded, professional, cutesy, all of the things, okay? If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for my ladies on here who are afraid to start their business because they think they're so old. For my ladies on here who are afraid to start the business because they think it's too late or they're not tech savvy, let me say something to you, ma'am. First of all, on this live, we don't use the word I can't. We don't say the phrase I can't. That's not gonna work out for you. Not on this live. Take that I can't mess somewhere else. For those of you guys who think it's too late, let me explain something. You guys, we woke up this morning. We woke up this morning, okay? That's a blessing, all right? Every day that you wake up, you are blessed with another opportunity to work towards your goals. So until you are 6 feet under, it's not too late. For the people who think they're not tech savvy, newsflash, you use technology every day. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, your phone is glued to your hip 24/7. That takes tech savviness to get up on these apps and scroll through and hit share, comment, and all the things. You know how to use technology, and you will use the same technology you already know how to use and build your online business. Okay? Okay. Now that we got that out of our system, let's proceed. Okay, app number 2. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz. We're building businesses on this live, okay? We're building confidence on this live, discipline, consistency, all on this live, okay? Very good. App number 2, write it down, write it down. This is AI. Good evening, good afternoon, good afternoon. Chat GPT, good afternoon. Chat GPT, write it down, ladies. Get to writing, write this down. This is AI, okay? App number 1 was Canva. App number 2 is chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, come on, get in here, grab your notes. We talking business, okay? You will be using chat for everything, okay? Now, I know some of y'all already use chat, but I feel like you don't use it for your business. I feel like you use it for silly stuff. I need you to be using chat for everything, okay? So, you wanna create content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Ask chat, he'll tell you. He will tell you. Maybe you wanna start your YouTube channel, make some YouTube videos, but you don't know what to say in the videos. Chat will script your entire YouTube video for you from beginning to end. Now all you gotta do is say the words, okay? It has never been easier than today to build your online business, y'all. I can't make this up. And maybe you wanna sell an ebook, but you don't know what to put in it. Okay. What if I told you chat will literally write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 60 seconds? You guys, Chat GPT is out here writing ebooks. And these ebooks that it's writing, you're gonna sell. You are going to sell, okay? So I gave you Canva and I gave you chat. We're gonna put it together and write the ebook. We gotta write it now, okay? If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch. Life doesn't get any easier than this. I can't make this up, ladies. And also, let's do another affirmation. Ooh. I have survived my anxiety before, and I will survive again now. I have survived my anxiety before. Thank you, yours. And I will survive again now. Amen to that. All right, you're gonna open up chat. In the search, you're gonna type this in. Prompt number 1, here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all better get to writing. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is your opportunity to ask. Ladies, closed mouths do not get fed. Don't wait till we 10 minutes into the live and be like, Coach Jazz, can you repeat it? I didn't get it. No, because you should have asked while we want it now. If you got that, put got that in the chat. Let's go, ladies. Let me make sure you awake. You're present. You're here. You're listening. You're learning. Let's go. Let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. Thank you, Shanette. Let me see some got that's, ladies. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to TikTok number 2. I see 5 people on this TikTok right here. Right here. Let me get a got that. Come on, YouTube. Thank you, Divine. Very good. Let's go. Okay. If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. Sucks to suck, right? Okay. Moving forward, you're going to hit enter. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we get any further, I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. This says consistent, ladies. I need you to write this word down, and then I need you to underline it, okay? And then I need you to circle it 50 times, because we have to lock in on what this word consistent means. Thank you, yours. Yes, we got to lock in, because some of y'all are a little confused of the definition of this word. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, when you feel like it. Every now and again, once in a blue moon. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, I need you to be working on your business at least 4 of the 7 days out of the week. We have to be consistent if we want to reach our goals. I don't care what the goal is. Ladies, whatever it is you're trying to do, you have to be consistent or it ain't gonna happen. Now, let's make life easy, because life can get very hard sometimes, right? Okay. It is so much easier to be consistent when you choose something off the list that chat gave you that you actually have a passion for. Ladies, I can't make this up. Listen, when you do things that you love to do, it's so easy to do it all the time because it doesn't feel like work. See, when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it because you're having fun. It's something you look forward to. So please do yourself a favor and pick something off the list that chat gave you that you really have a passion for, so it's easy to be consistent. Now, if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine. Just ask for 10 more and keep asking until it gives you something that you want to use. Ladies, when you're truly happy, like deep down inside, like when you get to wake up every day doing what you love, you have this glow about you. You have this aura, your whole energy changes, your attitude changes. People can feel the positivity all in your spirit, all because you get to do what you love to do. That's purpose. So please, choose something that you like. Make it easy on yourself, okay? Also, before we get into prompt number 2, write this down. This is very important. Money flows where energy goes. Thank you, Divine. Money flows where energy goes. I'm gonna say it again. Make sure y'all write that down, ladies. This is gold right here. I can't make this up. Money flows where energy goes. Okay. If you're anything like how I used to be, as women, we have a toxic tendency of giving our energy to any and everybody. We're giving all of our energy to our spouse, our boyfriend, our sneaky link. We're giving all of our energy to kids. For those of you who have kids, you're giving all of your energy to your parents, your friends, your co-workers, celebrity gossip. Everybody and everything always gets all your energy. And then by the time you're ready to sit down and work on something for you, you don't have no energy left. You are drained. You are exhausted. You are frustrated. Well, that's because you gave out all your energy. I need you to reel it on in. Reel it on in. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to focus on your goals. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to work on a business. It does not make you a horrible best friend or a shitty daughter because you want to put yourself first for once. I need you to start keeping that energy of yours to yourself because you need it to do things that make you happy, that will build your business, okay? You need to be handing out more no's than yeses. The answer is no. No is a complete sentence. No, I cannot sit on this phone with you and talk to you about your cheating ass husband. No, I cannot take you anywhere today. No, I'm not loaning you no money. The answer is no. No. Okay? Very good. Prompt number 2. Write this down. Good afternoon. Once you choose a digital product idea you want to use, you will then put this in chat. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put "got that" in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed, ladies. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your business. But more importantly, I'm teaching you how to build yourself. Ladies, there's nothing that you can't do in this world. Let's just make that very clear. The problem is you. You are the problem. All of the excuses and the procrastination and the negative self-talk and the fear and the limiting beliefs, you are getting in your own way. That's why we're building our mindset on this live too, so that you can stop that, okay? All right. Y'all got that? Thank you, Shanette. Y'all got that? Very good. Now, you're going to hit enter. You're going to hit enter. Got it. Yes, and we'll implement. Exactly. Don't forget the keyword of this live is execution. All right? So you're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to create your own business because chat literally wrote it for you. It wrote it for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. You will copy what chat gave you and paste it into Canva. You will copy and paste. Please do not overthink. Write this down. KISS, K-I-S-S. KISS. This is an acronym, and it stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. A lot of y'all are the queens of overthinking. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and it gets you nowhere. Stop. Stop. All I need you to do is make sure that when you're copying and pasting, it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. Make sure it's clean, make sure it's simple, make sure it's legible. That's it, okay? That's it. When you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF, okay? Y'all better be taking these notes now. Once you have downloaded it as a PDF, you will then upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of that, go ahead and put "got that" in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is your opportunity to ask. Now, these are hosting sites. There's plenty of more out there. These are just some of the most popular ones, ladies, and you only need to choose one. No, it does not need to be on all of them, 2 of them. No, just choose one. Y'all got that? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Divine. Who else got that? Got that in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Also, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping that screen. The more we like, comment, and share the live, the more TikTok will push this live to more people. Y'all got that? Very good. Now, before we move any further, listen. The beauty of having a coach, having a mentor, is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. I have been doing this full time for almost 6 years. My online business changed my life, okay? I have made more money than I ever could have imagined, all from my cell phone. But just like I made a lot of money, I also made a lot of mistakes. One of the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, this is life advice too, by the way. Ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. The days of being broke have to come to an end. The days of living paycheck to paycheck have to come to an end. I need you to start becoming financially literate if you are not already. Because it does not matter how much money you make, if you do not learn how to budget, you will always be broke. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until I lived it. Making $20,000 and $30,000 a month and broke as hell. How is that possible? Because I never knew how to budget my money. I never knew how to tell myself no. I had no discipline. Whatever Jasmine wanted, Jasmine bought. A whole bunch of foolishness. And at the end of the month, I was overdrawn. Month after month until I fixed it. I had to become financially literate. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is because you're starting entrepreneurship. You are stepping into business. Hosting sites have fees. A lot of the things that you're going to be using in your business have fees. So I need you to get into the habit of tallying up how much you make versus how much you spend so that we can get out of paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. These hosting sites have fees. I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is very expensive if you are not making $99 a month. So if you are brand new to all of this, do not start on Stan. You will wait. Oh, Siri trying to get in on this information. Siri, this ain't for you. If you are brand new to all of this, you will use Gumroad. Gumroad. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale, okay? So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That's a great place to start, okay? Now, I already know you're gonna make money. How the hell do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you're gonna execute, okay? And when you do start generating income, then bring yourself over to Stan, because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me let you in on a little business secret. Listen very closely. People today love payment plans. Buy now, pay later is taking over. If you have Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm, Sezzle, what else they got? PayPal, 4 months for free, whatever. If you got pay now, buy or buy now, pay later options on your site, you will make more. You will make more. I promise you that. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad. You will build your business. Once you start making money, then bring yourself over to Stan. Okay? Very good. Yes, so the $99 a month Stan has the Afterpay and Klarna on it and the email automations. So if you just do the $25 a month one, you don't get email automations and you do not get the Afterpay and Klarna. Okay? So you might as well, that's why I suggest starting on Gumroad, because they only charge you 10% when you make a sale. So until you make sales, you don't have to spend any money. With the $25 a month on Stan Store, even if you pay the $25 a month, if you don't make no money, you still coming out your pocket. Okay? All right. So what we just did was we took Chat and Canva, we put it together, and we made our digital product, right? Okay. Well, now we got to sell it. We got to sell it, ladies. We got to talk about sales. But listen, before we get into sales, I want to make something very clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, good afternoon, should not take you longer than 2 hours. That's it. 2 hours. That's all you got. I don't care how old you are. On this live, I don't give a damn. On this live, age ain't nothing but a number. Okay, go take that excuse somewhere else. You're not gonna try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy something that chat gave you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, we have a serious problem. One of the problems that you might be experiencing is your desperate need to be perfect. Let me guess. You're a perfectionist, right? Okay. So you're the woman that's going to take 6 months of her life that she'll never get back just to overthink her brilliant idea, okay? And then when she does decide to get started, she's going to overthink, she's going to have OCD, she's going to take things out, put things back, get frustrated as hell and overwhelmed, and then give up again. And then allow another 3 months to go by that she does not get back just to overthink and be perfect some more. And then when she does decide to get started yet again, this time before she starts, she's going to go ask 20 people what they think she should do with her business. Meanwhile, the people that she's asking don't even run a business. And these aren't even people she would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to her. And then when they give her their opinion, she cares. She listens. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and she ain't did shit. Ain't did a damn thing but waste time. Look. Let me talk to you. For those of you guys who have OCD, you overthink, you're a perfectionist, listen to me very closely. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this to you, but the truth will set you free. Ma'am, you are not perfect. April said, stop talking about me. No, April. No. Listen, you are not perfect. Ain't shit about you perfect. I am not perfect either, though. I am flawed as hell as well. Listen, we are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary. You live in fear. And what do we say? On this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of trying something new and not getting the results that you feel entitled to and the time frame in which you think you should get them. So freeze. The results will come. The results will come, but you feel entitled to them within 2 weeks. And so if they don't happen in 2 weeks, then you afraid of failure, so you don't do it. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of looking stupid. And all this fear that you have is keeping you trapped. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we overthink and we have all this fear, it's self-sabotage. This is self-sabotage. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we have fragile little egos. And we can't handle the possibility of doing something, trying something, putting ourselves out there and failing. That feeling of disappointment scares you. So you try to avoid feeling disappointed by having excuses, procrastinating, trying to be a perfectionist because you don't want to feel the feelings of disappointment. You're trying to protect yourself. But you already said earlier, you hate your job. You already said you are tired of starting and stopping. You're tired of not having confidence in yourself. You're tired of knowing that you're meant for more and not living it. That's what you said you were tired of. But every single day that you continue to live like that, you're still living in disappointment because there's still things about your life you're not 1000% happy with. Look, I'm trying to help you fix it. I want you to fix it. How can we fix it? How can we bring more income into the house? How can we build confidence? How can we finally live in our purpose when you won't launch the product? How can customers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? How can we build our confidence when you keep giving up on yourself? You can't. It's not going to work. So you're going to have to launch. You got to launch. Ladies, you have to launch and understand that it will get better along the way. Let me tell you a secret. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you naturally get better at. Launch the product as it is. The more products you make, the better they'll get over time. But you gotta launch. All of your favorite businesses that you spend money with today have gotten better over time. Look at Netflix. Look, I don't know how old you are, but believe it or not, Netflix did not always have a fancy Netflix app. No, absolutely not. They were not doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. Years ago, they didn't have pay-per-view, and they damn sure didn't have their own Netflix movies and series that were winning Oscars. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of all the movies you wanted to see. And these movies were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. You would make your favorites list. They would mail you a DVD in the mail. Remember them DVDs, them discs? You had to have a DVD player? And some of y'all are like, what? Yes, okay. You could watch the DVD as many times as you wanted. And then when you were ready for the next movie off your list, you had to mail that one back. That's how Netflix used to work. They didn't wait for all the funding, okay? They launched with what they had, and they focused on getting better. And over time, they got better. And now, they're who you know them to be today. So if Netflix had to get better, I don't know why you think you don't have to, ma'am. Make it make sense. It will get better along the way. Just put it out. Just put it out. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, when you get off work, you could work on that business and reaching them goals of yours, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about Cardi B and her baby daddies. On the weekend, thank you, Timothy, when you do have free time, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, but you choose not to. You'd rather sit on the couch and watch Hulu and Netflix for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, but you don't want to. You would rather scroll on social media for hours, sharing funny videos back and forth in the group chat. And the reason why we have all these distractions, if you want to be real, is because we're trying to escape. Yeah, that's escapism. That's what you're doing. You're escaping because there's things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and facing it and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But what if we took a new path today? Let's do something different. How about instead of trying to escape a life that we're not happy with, let's just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from. So this is what you're going to do today. You are going to turn the TV off. No TV. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your little girlfriends you can't talk to them today. You have a business to build. You're going to sit down at home. No, you're not going to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to sit down at home. You're going to start your product and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. And you're going to finish it because you're not coming back. You're not going to start, stop, come back next week. No. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. 2 hours. That's it. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, ain't even no point in talking about sales. We ain't got nothing to sell. If we're crystal clear, go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. She said, truth hurts. Good. Because it will set you free. It'll set you free. Look, I know I'm not the coach for everybody. I have accepted this because I'm going to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. But I promise you, once you hear the truth, now you can accept it. And now we can change it. We can execute. Okay? Let's do an affirmation real quick. We get into sales. Ooh. I have the power to create the life I want. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you, Michelle. I have the power to create any life that I want. Confirmation. That's that confirmation right there. Now, sales. Let's talk about sales. I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. I have the power to create the life I want. Amen, Carmen. Don't you ever forget it. Sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we have to get this right. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sales, this part right here, is where most people fail. Most people fail at sales, okay? But not for the reasons that you think. Some of y'all probably thinking people failing because it's hard. No. Sales is honestly not hard. Sales is actually easy. But people's mindset and the things they got going on in their pretty little head is what's making it hard. That's why they're failing. I've been guilty of this. You might be guilty of this too. People will say things like, well, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people think I'm being annoying? What if people unfollow me? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. Let's go ahead and clear some things up. First of all, selling is not begging. Selling is solving. Selling is solving. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop talking to them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They sabotaging you. Number 2, I need you guys to understand you have a solution to people's problems. That's it. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to remind people about your product consistently because people will forget. You guys, people got their own lives, their own problems. They're not thinking about you. People have to be reminded over and over and over again about your products and your services so that they can start to remember. You have to consistently remind them because they're going to forget. Why do you think I'm telling you guys to take notes? Because I already know you're going to forget what I said. As soon as I end this live, 5 minutes later, y'all going to be scratching your head trying to remember what I said. That's why I'm telling you to write it down. Why do you think I keep telling you the key word of this live is execution? You've heard me use that word about 10 times. Why do I keep saying it? So it sticks in your head that you have to execute. I'm forcing you to remember that. That's why I keep saying it. You have to consistently remind people about your products. You don't have a choice. Amazon does it. We are all Prime members. And even though we all know who Amazon is, they still remind you all day that they exist. How do they do that? Those damn Amazon trucks. You can't even go, one just drove by. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing those Amazon trucks. They could have painted those trucks any color, but they kept it simple. They made them blue and put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see that truck, your brain remembers Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes and envelopes on the doorsteps. They didn't have to put their logo on them cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank. But they put their logo on it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see that box, your brain thinks Amazon. They ain't worried about you unsubscribing because they being annoying. They know you're not going nowhere because you still want that 2-day, 1-day, same day shipping. Oh, okay. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Threads, Facebook. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently talking about Glow Up Academy without worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. That's how. Women want to glow up. I teach them inside Glow Up Academy. They want to build their online business and monetize their content. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. They want to learn how to sell confidently. I teach them that. They want to build confidence, consistency, discipline, and accountability. Let go of fear. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not worried about who unfollows because I'm talking about it too much. If they unfollow, fine. Honestly, I don't give a damn. They'll come back when they're ready. They just won't ready yet. And that's okay. And because I have that energy with my products and services, ladies, I sell. And I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you're going to have the same energy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, shoulda, woulda, couldas. You either want to sink or you want to swim. You ain't got no choice. Now let's talk about sales. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good afternoon. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. We just talked about how to create the ebook, and now we're talking about how to sell it, okay? Also, let's address the elephant in the room. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Divine. I know a lot of you guys, thank you, San, are fearful, terrified of the word failure, which is why a lot of you guys haven't even started, because you are so afraid to fail. Okay. Some of you guys are confused as to what failure means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think failure means if you make your first YouTube channel and you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you post your first TikTok reel and you don't get 10,000 views in 48 hours, then you failed. Some of you guys think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. But that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel, when you say, you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, then you have officially failed. But as long as every single day you keep showing up, committed to just getting a little bit better. I'm not even asking you to do a lot of it, just a little bit better. Do something today that you didn't do yesterday. That's all I'm asking for. Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you make it? Maybe yesterday you hit snooze on the alarm. How about today you just get the hell up? Maybe yesterday you made excuses all day. How about today you only make one excuse? As long as we commit to doing something just a little bit better every single day, that's not failure because you didn't quit. You're still showing up. You're still trying. You're still committed. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? Cool. Glad we got that off our chest. She said, I don't think it's the fear of failure. It's the fear of getting out of my comfort zone. Ma'am, ain't no growth in that comfort zone. Ain't no growth in that comfort zone. Ain't no confidence in that comfort zone. Ain't no money in that comfort zone. Ain't no business in that comfort zone. Ain't no discipline in that comfort zone. Ain't shit over there. It's dusty. Get out. The version of you that's showing up confident, posting, running her business, living in purpose, she's not in her comfort zone. She left it. She left out of it. Okay? She left out of it. I actually have an affirmation app suggested. Yes, I've been using it for a year. Very good. Get into the affirmations, y'all. All right, sales tip number 1. Write this down. Content is king. And distribution is queen. Okay? Content is king. Distribution is queen. This is sales tip number 1. So let's break this down so it makes sense. Okay. Let's start with the content is king part. Listen, we are going to be promoting our product, telling people about our products and services through the content that we create. So the YouTube long form videos, the shorts, the reels, the story posts, if you go live, all of that is content. And that's how you're going to get the word out about your product. That's why content is king. So we have to do it consistently. What do we say consistent meant? More often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, I need you posting at least 4 out of the 7. But before you freak out, we also said we're working on just getting better than we were yesterday. So maybe yesterday you ain't post nothing. How about today, you record the video and we get to 1 time a week. Then we up it to 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Next thing you know, you posting 4 times a week. We're gonna take small steps to get us to our big goal, okay? We're gonna crawl before we walk. Now the distribution is queen part. Not only will you be posting content consistently, I need you to be building at least 3 platforms. Gotta build 3. That's the distribution is queen. Why do we need 3, Jazz? Because 1 is too close to none. That's why. Like that 1 income you have at that 1 job. Ladies, if they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? Exactly. You'd be sitting there freaking out trying to figure out your life and how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? Exactly. You'd be sitting there freaking out like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. Listen. I teach my students we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. Now, which platform should you grow? That's up to you. Doesn't matter. Crying first, yes, but then you still got to figure it out. We don't got much time to cry, ladies. Crying is a luxury. We got to get up. We got to keep moving, right? So which platform should you grow? Well, start with where you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you like the app so much because you're always on it. Then just choose 2 more. But It said, how do I merge and combine Facebook, YouTube? Oh, yes. So hold on, I got you. If you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube channel and then choose 2 more. Now, let me tell y'all this in case you didn't know. I got you. YouTube is the most watched platform. YouTube, not TikTok. YouTube has even replaced cable TV, okay? So I'm going to always urge and encourage you guys to start your YouTube channel. Just show up consistently. Maybe you focus on posting 1 long form YouTube video a week, and then you can up it to 2 or 3. But just start, just execute, okay? And no, it's not hard to build 3. The same exact video you put on TikTok, you'll throw it on YouTube and Instagram or Facebook. Okay, so you're just gonna take that same video, put it all over the place. It takes an extra 5 minutes, I do it all day. If you go to my TikTok, if you go to my YouTube, if you go to my Instagram, my threads, my Facebook, same videos. Same videos, damn near. YouTube get a little bit more. YouTube gets more content because I also put my long form videos on there. Okay, but just get started. Now, before we even get into step number 2, I know a lot of ladies, I used to live the same way, okay? So I hear you loud and clear. But a lot of y'all feel a little overwhelmed. You're worrying about if you can even do this. You want to, but the fear is kind of starting to seep in. You're saying things like, Jazz, this sounds great. That would be the dream. But honestly, I don't know if I can do this. You want me to post consistently? That's going to be hard. You want me to make an ebook? I'm not tech savvy. That's going to be hard. You want me to start a YouTube channel and post a long form YouTube video? That's going to be hard. And honestly, I don't think I can do it. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, just listen. One thing I know is this. I can't convince you of shit, okay? I already know that. I do not have the power to convince you of anything. So if you want to believe that posting content consistently is hard, I'm going to let you think it. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to believe that copying some words that chat gave you and pasting it into a Canva template is so hard, I'm going to let you think that. And if you think it's going to be so hard to post a 30-second TikTok video and a 5-minute YouTube video, fine. Think it. Think it. Go ahead. It's hard. Happy? We agree. But living a life that you're not 1000% happy with is also hard. Slaving away at a job that drains the hell out of you is hard. Robbing Patrice to pay Paula week after week is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more, but not living it is hard. But you do that every day. And that's what fear will do. See, fear will convince you that everything we're talking about today and all these affirmations is just not, it's not gonna work. That's what fear will convince you. And you're letting it. You're letting it. And if you're anything like how I used to be, I know a lot of women, I struggle with this too. We never want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. You notice that? Look at all of the things that you've overcome in your life. Look at all the things. And in those moments, you didn't think you were going to overcome it, right? I know when I lost my grandma, I did not think I would be able to truly grieve her loss. But I did. And I'm here. And I'm happy. We have all gone through some horrible things in life. But we got through it. We got through it. And here you are today, doubting your abilities to record a 30-second video. Look at what you've already overcome. That was harder than this. Ladies, this is what I'm talking about. Our confidence gets so low that we don't even see what we already do. People people wouldn't even be able to walk an inch in your shoes. And you're doubting your abilities to make an ebook. This is crazy. You are damn near Superwoman. And you're doubting your abilities to do this. And I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you, still showing up, trying to build their business. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, no help, still showing up today, just trying to make it through, just trying to build their dreams. There are people on these apps who have serious disabilities, can't walk, are living in wheelchairs, sickle cell, cancer. But despite all that on their plate, they still show up and they post just building their business. There are people on these apps who already lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But guess what? They didn't lose hope. And despite all of that, they're still showing up. Just trying to do it. Now let's be real. Some of y'all don't even have half them problems. Some of y'all do. Okay, and I'm going to give you grace. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all sitting pretty as hell right now. You are blessed. Don't even got half of that on your plate. And you still don't think you can do this. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Listen, I know how it feels. I know how it feels. My online business changed my whole life. Okay, I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I started during COVID. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, my laptop, and some freaking Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills no more. I now have freedom. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every day doing what I love. It's it's 3:30 in the afternoon and I'm painting a picture and sitting on live talking to you guys. I now have confidence. I believe in myself now. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very different life, okay? Very different. I used to work a 9 to 5. I sure did. And I was so excited when I got that job. Ladies, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree. And that's what I did. Cost me $40,000. Then they tell you to turn around and go get a good job with stability and benefits. Work for 30, 40 years, retire, be old as hell, can't work because you're too old, won't be no social security left, and then you just die. So I said, okay, let's do it. Everybody's doing it. My mom is telling me to go off to college. My friends are going off to college. I went off to college too. Got me a bachelor's degree. $40,000. Graduated. Got my first full-time job. So excited. And they were going to pay me $60,000 a year. Oh, I was so excited. I was 23 back then, so I thought that was a lot of money. I was excited. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to start this new job. I'm ready to be an adult. I'm ready to be a grown woman. I decided to go get my own apartment. I was sick of my mom's rules. I was ready to start my own life. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. Listen, ladies, I told you I had very, very bad spending habits back in the day. Don't judge me. I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand, but it was old. No touchscreen, no leather seats, no push to start, no tablet in the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new life. So I got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Cost me $450 a month. And you know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So by the time I paid all my bills at the end of the month, your girl was broke. Every syllable of the word broke, ladies. Just broke as hell. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, back then I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. I thought everybody owed student loans. That was just normal. Oh no, the government is serious. They want their money back. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call, they won't send letters, just go get a job. We'll talk business later. But best believe at that 6-month mark, they're sending letters because they want you to submit your tax returns because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw I made $60,000 a year and I didn't have any kids, no dependents, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. What? $400? Yes, that was the price. And it's not up for negotiation. That's the price. I had 11 student loan accounts. They lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay them student loans, I got 11 missed payments. I genuinely couldn't afford it. So I missed every month. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit was shot. 520. So I'm broke as hell. I have really bad credit. I have one last problem. I hated my job. You guys, college did not prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I grew up very sheltered, okay? I was very naive in my early 20s. I thought everybody was just so freaking happy because I was happy. No, not in corporate America. I didn't realize that people in corporate make it their life mission to make you miserable because they're miserable. They'll do all the fake shit with you. When I was in the interview, they told me that we're all one big happy work family and they all just get along. See, they'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks and the Secret Santas with you, but they don't like you. They'll do birthday gifts for you, but they don't like you. They'll text you outside of work. They're not on the clock. They don't like you. They'll invite you to happy hour. They'll even invite you to their house. They'll even invite you to their wedding, but they don't like you. And best believe when it's time to be promoted, they will stab you in the back to get their promotion. Everything that you said in confidence to them ends up in your manager's email. I was miserable. And just so you know, I worked with all women. I was the youngest one there. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands of applications trying to get the hell out. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. Very bad credit. Miserable as hell at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. You are blessed. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. That's how it feels. You could try to have a positive mindset all day, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit happening from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Your life starts to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. You can pray to God all you want, but it really feels like he doesn't hear you. It feels like he's ignoring you because he's not fixing it. That's how I felt for years. You can try to work overtime, get a part-time job, try to catch up on all these bills that you have, but it's just like when you're finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, your freaking car won't start. Now you got parking tickets. It's always something. And no matter what you do, you can't get ahead. That's how my life felt. And to cope with all of the stress, I was crying every day. I started to have anxiety, butterflies in my stomach that I can't seem to get to go away. Before I would even clock in, I would cry in my car, begging God to make them not mess with me today. I just want to go in here, do my job, get out. I became depressed. I no longer smiled anymore. I didn't have anything to smile for. And to cope with all of this, the anxiety, the depression, the misery, I started drinking. I couldn't sleep. So I would drink to kind of calm myself down. First, it was just a few drinks a week. It quickly spiraled to every day. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Crying every day because you're not happy. Hold on. Lord. Crying every day because you're not happy with the life that you're living is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Constantly starting and giving up on yourself, that's hard. And the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. My life was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing as shit. But now, I get to wake up every day doing what I love. See, I didn't think there was anything special about me back then. But God made me for a very special reason. And He allowed me the opportunity to find it. And now I get to get up every day doing it. And that's the beauty of having an online business in 2025 and beyond. You can monetize anything. There's no such thing as a stupid idea. Not today. There's no such thing as anything too far-fetched. Not today. You see it for yourself. I don't have to convince you of this. How many creators do you see every single day doing the darndest things, making millions? How do they get to do that? Because they stayed consistent and they tried. That's how. But you live in fear. And you won't let go of the fear so you can do something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And that's what you keep doing. You can do anything you put your mind to. I believe this. If you even thought the thought, that's because you're capable of it. God would not plant seeds in your head if you couldn't harvest them. He wouldn't do that. If you even thought about being a content creator, that's because you can. If you even thought about starting a business, that's because you can. Otherwise, it would have never even crossed your mind. And I want to say one more thing to you before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. If you work 8 hours or more like how I did, I hope you realize you spend more time at work than you do with your own family who loves you. I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? So I'm in rush hour traffic, which should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour. An hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours at work, that's 10 hours out of my day, gone. By the time I do get home, I am tired. I am drained, exhausted, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse or your kids, before it's time to put everyone to bed and do it all over again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. They still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. But Sunday, not so much. Because Sunday you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God who created me, he loves me. Why would he create me to be miserable? Why would he create me to hate my life? Why would he create me for nothing more but to just pay bills? He didn't. That's not why he made me. Your life is worth more than living paycheck to paycheck. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're at home counting pennies trying to make ends meet. There is something extremely special about you. He made you for a very special reason, and you should be monetizing it today. There is nothing that you cannot do. But you got things going on in this head of yours that's keeping you trapped. The fear, the excuses, the procrastinating, the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs. Stop. Stop holding yourself back. You can do this, okay? All right. Sales tip number 2. That had to be said. Sales tip number 2. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good evening or good afternoon. Hello, hello. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to sell your digital product now. We already created it. Now we have to sell it, okay? And remember this. The key word of this live is execution. Can't keep writing stuff down and not doing any of the things that we learn. That's not how this is gonna work. You gotta do it, all right? You gotta do it. Very good. Sales tip number 2, here we go. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, so if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So, how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. Ladies, we're building a community, okay? And it's the community that you build that's going to buy your digital products. But you can't build a community based off of fakeness. Stop trying to be perfect because it doesn't even exist. That's being fake, okay? Because you're not perfect. So you're doing yourself a disservice because nobody can relate to perfect. How can you build a community based off of perfection if nobody can relate to it? Because their life isn't perfect. I need you to be yourself. And as crazy as it sounds, I know that can be hard. I know it can be hard. Because a lot of times we don't even really know what we like because we're always so busy trying to do what other people want us to do. But however you are around your friends, I want that to be how you are online. I want you to not be afraid to show your personality. Share things with your audience that you went through. That's what I do. That's what a lot of creators do. That's how they build their community. Because now people can connect with you. And before you let fear take over like you always do, don't you sit up on this live and say, well, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. And again, I used to be fearful of that too. Before I started posting content, you guys, I forgot that there's a whole world outside of the USA. Okay, I'm from the US. When you post your content, you guys, it goes everywhere. It does. You become an international superstar. But I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. They will like you. And people need you. You have a solution to people's problems, whatever it is. You can really help them. What if I let fear take over this afternoon and I second guessed my abilities to go live and I didn't? Well, then you wouldn't be on this live listening to this message. I wouldn't have been able to help you. But that's literally what you're doing to other people because you won't post. So please post. I have students inside Globe Academy from all over the world. From the UK, Jamaica, Germany, Barbados, Australia. They joined because I was able to help them. I was able to connect with them from all over the world. So please just post your content. Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Then you would have never reached me. Exactly, that's my point. And that's what you're doing to other people. So please just post the video. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? Listen, I need you to go live, ladies. And yes, you can go live and be faceless. All this stuff that we're talking about, you can do faceless too. It don't matter. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best way. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect and engage, interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed. And you're gonna say, that's great, Jazz, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna just say, fine, don't. I told you, I'm not the coach who's gonna try to convince you of shit. So if you don't wanna go live, don't go live. But let me just tell you this. You will make more money on live than you ever made at that dusty ass job. I said what I said. You see people on live all day, all night. The internet never sleeps, especially on TikTok. Selling, selling, selling. They selling. But I digress. Now some of y'all are like, well, I would go live, Jazz, but I'm a little live shy. Thank you, Maureen, for joining us. I'm a little live shy. Okay. Well, the only reason why you're live shy is because you just don't have any experience going live. Okay, it's not because you suck at life. It's not because this isn't meant for you. It's just because you don't have any experience. We've been on live for 83 minutes. If you're still watching, that's because you trust what I say to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. I used to be live shy too. You would never have known that because I go live consistently. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at naturally without even trying. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read. Now you read just fine now. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. Well, just imagine if you consistently went live. Oh. Now, what do we say? People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to trust us? It makes total sense. Good, Maureen. This is what I love to hear. Because now we're going to execute. We got to do it. How do we get people to trust us? Okay. There's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, you guys, the more people trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, if you're living under a rock, but most people work extremely hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. So that once in a blue moon, every 6 months posting here or there, not anymore. That's not gonna work. Now, I wanna do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. First, what we have to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Fine, keep thinking it. I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, some of y'all can be teachable. You know there's room for growth. I'm talking to you. I want you to go to your profile. We're gonna ask ourselves these questions, and we have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how can you help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Yes, you do. Ladies, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That is the beauty of everything that we talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you can fix it. It does not have to stay the way it is. So if it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, fix it and make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. You have to be consistent. But you want to know what the problem is? You choose not to. You choose not to fix it. You choose to live in a trapped mindset, and you believe that how things are today is how it's always going to be, failing to realize that you have the power to fix it. And listen, this is no shade, because I used to have a trapped mindset too. I really used to believe I was trapped at that job that I hated so much, failing to realize I was never trapped. I was never trapped. I was just too busy throwing pity parties, crying and venting and complaining and making excuses and procrastinating and doing all of the things, failing to realize I didn't have to stay there. Sometimes we've been living in a trapped mindset for so long that we don't even realize that we're living in one. And a lot of you guys believe that the reason why you can't make progress in your life is because you think you need more information. You think you're lacking information. You think that as long as you just watch some more TikTok lives or YouTube videos or do some more Google searches, then it'll all just make sense, and then you'll finally be able to change your life. Failing to realize, honestly, most of you guys are not lacking information. That is not your problem. You have more information than you even know what to do with. You are on information overload, because as soon as I end this live, you're going to go and watch 5 more coaches and do nothing. That's the real problem. You lack implementation. You never execute, which is why I made the key word of this live execution. You are the woman who constantly, thank you, Kesha, thank you, Kesha, yes. You are the woman who constantly makes excuses. You are the woman who always talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who constantly tells herself that she's not good enough, that she's not worthy, and that's the problem. You never execute. That is gonna have to change. Because the version of you and who you are today is not aligned with who you're trying to become. If you want to become a woman who is confident, who follows through, who keeps her promises to herself, who starts her business, who has her boundaries and her structure, who doesn't care what other people think, you are going to have to change. See, that version of you, she's already within you, okay? But she's buried under the excuses and the fear and the procrastination and the negative self-talk. It has to change. And if you do not change it, you will never become her. You're gonna have to change. And the craziest part about it is, so many of you guys think that you have all this time in the world to waste. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it's already 4 o'clock. Wow, I cannot believe it's already 10 o'clock. Wow, I cannot believe New Year's Eve is tomorrow. You do that multiple times a day. But yet, even though you see how fast time is moving, you still choose to waste it. That's gonna have to change. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow on my own journey. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. For those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. That was really hard for me to accept. I told you guys I had horrible spending habits. Whatever Jasmine wanted, she bought. And I thought the reason why I was living paycheck to paycheck back then was because I just didn't make enough money and I just needed to make more money. And then once I made more money, that whole paycheck to paycheck lifestyle would go away. No, it actually got worse. All of your problems always get worse. They never get better until you fix it. The reason why I was living paycheck to paycheck was because I was spending foolishly. I had no financial literacy, no budget, no discipline. Whatever Jasmine wanted, she just bought it. And that's why month after month, I continue to live overdrawn. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be broke as hell until I lived it, making $20,000 and $30,000 a month and overdrawn. How is that even possible? Whatever I wanted, I bought. No budget. No discipline. And I was going to keep running into that problem until I fixed it. I had to put myself on a budget. I had to learn some damn discipline. And I fixed it. Now, some of y'all might be like, Jazz, girl, I know why I'm paycheck to paycheck. I just don't make enough money. Okay. Still your fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Times have been hard, ladies. Food prices and rent prices have been on the rise for years. This did not happen last night. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. You would be generating sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. Thank you, Rel. You could have started that TikTok community last month. You would be building your audience today. And what did I tell you? Your community that you build are the people who will buy your products. But every day you choose not to. You choose to make excuses. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to vent and complain. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to distract. You choose to do all of these things except the one thing that will change your entire life. And my question still remains. How much longer do you want to live like that? Because you already see where it gets you. Nowhere. You are going to have to change. And look, I'm not perfect, ladies. Ain't shit perfect about me. The version of me that y'all see today is a direct reflection of all of the changes I used to make. Or excuse me, all the changes that I made. Ladies, I used to be full of excuses too. I had an excuse for the excuse. I was the queen at procrastinating. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll start tomorrow or Monday or next year. None of that happened. You know, I used to be 340 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. Yeah, I used to be obese. Lost weight. I used to have negative self-talk. Yes. I was my biggest bully. The disgusting things I used to say to myself. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. How could I be an entrepreneur with confidence and consistency when I keep telling myself how stupid I am? I couldn't. That had to change. Some of you guys talk to yourself horribly, and then you wonder why you feel horrible. That has to change. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit that job, it would have all got better. No. What did I tell you? Your problems never just go away. They just gradually get worse. See, I quit during COVID. When I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours, right? Well, I quit during COVID. Everything shut down. I have nothing but time to distract. And I took full advantage. I quit on a whim. I had been there for 6 years. I was fed up. I was done. And I had just bought a house, by the way. Hadn't even been in my house for a whole year yet. But I quit. I believe God planted the seed and told me, Jazz, the time to quit is now. So I quit. And my plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a few months. Now, I don't have any kids, so it's not like I had a whole bunch of stimulus, okay? I only had like $2,000. But my goal was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a month or two, and then my business could take over from there. I could probably make some payment arrangements, and then within 6 to 8 months, everything should just be smooth sailing. That was the plan. Okay, so I'm at home trying to build this online business, watching the TikTok coaches, the YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, monetizations. It wasn't working. I was getting pissed off. See, I thought I was being productive, but I wasn't. I was always drunk, but I didn't want to admit that. So I blame the algorithm. It's the algorithm. They're not pushing me. YouTube doesn't like me. Or Instagram doesn't like me. There's all of these excuses. Failing to realize I wasn't even executing anything. I was just full of excuses. And then I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I'm running out of money. If I don't pay my light bill next month, they're going to cut it off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start processing foreclosure in a house I haven't even been in for a whole year yet. I didn't want to admit to myself that I had a drinking problem. I was drinking every day, but I didn't want to say that. Who wants to admit they're alcoholic? I felt shame. I felt guilt. So I didn't. I convinced myself that as long as I didn't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So as long as I wait till 11 a.m./12, I'm good. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. And eventually, God is going to make you sit down and listen. See, I believe God is within you, by the way. So, in other words, he's not at the church. He's not in your spouse. He's not in your best friend. God is within you. So those ideas that come to your head, that's God talking to you. Those intuition feelings, that gut feeling that you get, that's God talking to you. But a lot of times, we don't really want to hear God. We say we do, but every time he tries to talk to us, we don't listen. But eventually, he's going to make you listen. And I remember he asked me one day, Jasmine, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I had been. He heard me all those years ago. He said, the opportunity is right in front of you. You're just wasting it. So what are we going to do? Are we going to keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to fix it? Are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently, really being productive, not just pretending. My platform started to grow. I started to build my community. I started making sales. I finally started to feel good about myself for once in my life. I stopped talking to myself negatively because I started to feel good, because I was finally keeping the promises that I made to myself. Now I'm saying nice things to myself like, Jazz, I'm so proud of you. Jazz, you're so smart. I started to have confidence. Never had that before. All because I decided to change. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, and what I didn't realize back then too, was this. Ladies, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. I'm gonna say it again. In order to get something, you have to give up something. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up fear and self-doubt and negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace the job I had. But then I started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you can just help me make 45K, I'll make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling bad about myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, ladies, who I was back then wasn't aligned with the woman I wanted to become. And until I became her internally, my external world wasn't going to reflect that. I had to change. You are going to have to change. See, God already has your blessings lined up for you. He has them. He designed you for them. But see, the problem is he gave us free will. So you always have a choice. You can either become obedient, fall in line, and get what he made you for, or you don't have to. You want to drag it out 5 years? Go ahead. You want to waste 10 more years? Go for it. The choice is always yours. But he will not budge on the blessings that he created you for until you change. You have free will. But once you do change, girl. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. But the life that you're living is hard. Crying every day because you're depressed is hard. Not believing in yourself because you never keep promises to yourself is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not even living it is hard. So you have to decide, which hard do you prefer? Because I've lived both. And I will always choose this hard. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with income. Never forget, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God would never plant a seed in your head that you could not harvest. But the fear and the self-doubt, the limiting beliefs, the insecurities that you have, that's what's holding you back. You're gonna have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. Now, I can't help people who don't want it, and I'm not willing to try. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, fine. Just keep doing it. Respectfully, if you like it, I love it. If it's not, bro, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy, and you want to change it, I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. Whatever you want to do, it's inside Glow Up Academy. You want to monetize your YouTube channel, your Instagram, or your TikTok, get paid for your content and your views? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. You want to sell your ebook or create an e-course? Maybe you want a private community? Fine, whatever you want, it's already in there. I got you. Maybe you want to go live on TikTok and convert people into sales like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine. The strategies, it's all in there. Everything you need is inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to do affiliate marketing, get a commission off of what you sell on TikTok Shop? Fine. I do it. It's all in there. It's all in there. Not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, ladies, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. We're going to build your confidence. We're going to build your discipline. We're going to build your standards. Because the things that you have going on in this head of yours is what's keeping you trapped. See, some of y'all believe that you just need the information and then it'll all just make sense. No, it won't. Because I could tell you exactly how to monetize your YouTube channel in 4 months, like how I have done and how several of my other students have done. But you're not going to do it if you care too much about what people think. That has to change. I could tell you exactly what kind of content to create to build your community so you can make sales, but you're not going to do it because you don't believe you're worthy of success. You hold yourself back every day. We have to fix it. That starting and stopping gets us nowhere. It has to change. So instead of you struggling by yourself, let's fix it together. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your business. Whatever your dreams are, we will build it. And we will also build you so you can finally become the woman who starts and follows through. Now, before I let you join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time because, believe it or not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience, no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we got to lock in on one first. Ladies, a lot of times we have our hands in too many baskets. We got all these $1 million ideas and we're spreading ourselves too thin. We have to pick one idea. We will build it. And then once that one is flourishing, we'll reach back into the pile and build another one. But we got to focus on one. Money flows where energy goes. Some people have no clue as to what they want to do, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 women join at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure I'm able to give everybody the energy that they deserve. Okay? So once I get 10, I'm taking the link down. You can't join again until I'm ready to accept more members. Also, I am going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I told you, I only want to help people who want it. I can't convince you of anything. I'm not going to try. Women who know they want more, they're the ones who move. Those are the people I'm trying to help. Okay? So once the timer goes off, the link comes down. One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. Once you're in forever. Okay? We do Sunday resets. We do lives on Thursdays, coaching. You also have access to my inbox in between sessions. So anything that you're struggling with, I expect you to ask. You are never by yourself. Okay? You're never by yourself. It is lifetime access. So once you're in, you're in. I normally sell it for $5.97. But because you took notes, you asked questions, you sat and you listened to my story, I'm going to take the price down. But remember, once that timer goes off, we're done. So you have to move. You have to be quick. And women do join at 5:97. I had 3 women join yesterday at 5:97. Okay? While we're live for 10 minutes, it's $249 lifetime access. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, break the payment up, still get the discount, and you are good to go forever. Okay? Now, once you join, you're gonna get 2 emails from me, ladies. Do not join until you confirm to me on live that you got your emails. Sometimes you guys inverse the numbers, or excuse me, the letters on your email, or the autocorrect gets you. The email that you put in, that's where it's going. And I need to make sure that you put it in correctly so you got what you're supposed to be getting, your invitation to join in, okay? So I need you to confirm that to me, and I wanna make sure you are inside before we get off of this live. So do not leave until you let me know that you got your emails. You'll be getting 2. One is from Stan, and the other says Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? I need you to confirm that you got both emails, okay? All right. I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first, and then I will show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang tight. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. Now TikTok, number 1, this is my backup, so it doesn't look like this, but the link is still the same. You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You're gonna click this red button that says open. And then you're gonna click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. It is already marked down, $249. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. Again, the email that you put in, that's where it's going, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break it up and still get the $249 discount. Then you're gonna hit Start My Glow Up, okay? Within 30 seconds, you should be seeing an email from Stan. If it's been longer than 30 seconds and you have not got it, that's because the email was misspelled, but we'll fix it right here on live, okay? So don't go anywhere. Again, TikTok, click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, click where it says open, top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Scroll down, enter your name, email address, Afterpay Klarna, Start My Glow Up. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. You have to leave my live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel. You're gonna click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you're gonna click on where it says Continue to Site. Okay. And then you're gonna click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, become the woman who actually follows through. It's already marked down $249, same thing. Scroll all the way down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click Start My Glow Up. Same thing, within 30 seconds, you should be seeing that first email from Stan. If you do not, we misspelled the email, so we'll fix it right here on live, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. For those of you guys who joined, I'm sending out the emails now, just give me like 2 seconds. Once you see the email that says Jasmine Spencer, please let me know that you got it. I need to know that you got it so that I know that you're where you're supposed to be, okay? I don't want us to get off live and we not where we're supposed to be at, okay? I don't want that for us. So let's make sure we get it like we're supposed to be getting it, all right? Now, when I get off of this live, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy and I'm going to start talking to you. I want to know what you're struggling with. I need you to respond to my message, okay? Please respond to my message. I need to know what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What things do you believe are holding you back? I need to know everything. I can't help you if I don't know what the problem is, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message. Now, if you join and leave because you have to go, whatever, make sure before you go to bed that you check your email. That means that you check your inbox, okay? I need you to check your inbox. Okay, the timer has set. Give me 1 second. I'm about to start adding you guys in now. Amy, I'm not sure which live you're on. Please check your email for me. Amy, please check your email for Jasmine Spencer. And then Kay. Okay, Kay, please check your email. I'm not sure which live you're on. I am on 3 lives. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Kiki. No problem. All right, so Amy and Kay, I need y'all to confirm to me that you received your email. I need you guys to confirm to me that you received your email. And for those of you guys who are on the fence, let me say this. We have been on live for 2 hours. 2 hours. If you're still here, that's because I spoke to you. But what I want to know is this, or what I want you to know is this, excuse me. Once we end this live, my voice begins to fade. And all the things that we talk about slowly become forgotten. And the next thing you know, you are right back into your old cycles. Do not let this live leave you. You were present, you were here. So let's keep the momentum going. Join Glow Up Academy and let's fix it. Let's not talk about it. Let's fix it. Okay? Okay. Now, once you guys are inside, I want you guys to go to the classroom tab here. So there's a classroom tab right up here. I want you guys to click on that. And I want you to click on where it says welcome orientation, okay? I have a 7-day orientation for you guys here. It's something very small. The videos are very short. Every single day I have something for you to do, okay? And the reason I set it up like this is because, first of all, I already know that you can do what you want to do. I already know, I have faith in you, but I need you to know that. But a lot of times we don't have confidence in ourselves yet. So we're gonna build that confidence by proving to ourselves that not only can we start something, we can finish it. Every single day that you do something towards the goal, you are building belief in self. That's confidence. And that's the confidence that is going to carry us to our goals, whatever those may be. So I need you to do your welcome and orientation so that you can prove to yourself, stack social proof with yourself that you can do this, okay? Now, once you finish your orientation, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. Whichever path you want, you choose, okay? So if you're ready to start your business, go to the business building vault. I walk you guys through step by step. This is especially important for people who don't know how to use Canva. How to use ChatGPT and Canva to create your ebook. I show you guys all the cool things that Canva can do to make your ebook look nice and professional. Also, I walk you guys through how to upload it to your hosting site, okay? Inside the business building vault is also tutorials in there on how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, or your C Corp, whichever filing you choose, how to file your taxes, and how to build your business credit. So all that's in the business building vault. Now, if you already have a product, but you're struggling with sales, I want you to go to the marketing mastery vault. I walk you guys through how to create content to build your community that's interested in what you're selling. Okay, so that's the marketing mastery vault. Now, if you want to work on your mindset, maybe you have limiting beliefs, you lack confidence or discipline, maybe you want to learn how to be consistent, go to the mindset motivation vault. Okay, in this vault, we're building boundaries, we're raising our standards, we're going to be consistent. I'm walking you guys through how to do all of that. Okay. Maybe you want to work on self-care and self-love and pouring into yourself without guilt. Go to the self-care vault. Hello. Maybe you want to build your Instagram vault. If you want to grow your YouTube, get monetized on YouTube, then go to the YouTube vault, okay? TikTok vault. If you want to sell on TikTok vault. If you want to be a faceless creator, faceless vault, okay? So it doesn't matter what it is you want to do, it's inside Glow Up Academy. The beauty is you choose the pace in which you want to get through things. And any questions that you have, bring them to the Thursday calls or inbox me. also come to the Sunday resets, okay? So we are live together multiple times a week inside Glow Up Academy. So you are never by yourself, okay? Very good. Any questions on any of that? I am still waiting on the 2 ladies to let me know that they received their emails. Ladies, please, please, please. I like to sleep peacefully at night, knowing that you are where you're supposed to be. Y'all know, some of y'all been on my lives. Y'all already know how we roll. Do not leave off my lives until you confirm to me that you got your email, please, okay? We have 5 minutes left before we close this out. 5 minutes left before we close this out. Any questions on any of those things? Thank you so much. Any questions on any of those things? Ooh, here we go. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. Amen to that. Amen to that, ladies. Let me tell you, the version of you, she's on the other side of your excuses. She's on the other side of the procrastinating that you do. She's on the other side of that. I trust myself to navigate through this. I trust myself to navigate through this. We got to start building that self-trust. The reason why we lack self-trust is because, again, this goes back to confidence. We never keep the promises that we make to ourselves. And that's the problem. If a man constantly told you he was going to do something and then didn't do it, you wouldn't trust him no more, right? Well, that's subconsciously what you're doing to yourself. Every time you say you're going to do something and then you don't, you are subconsciously telling yourself that you are not to be trusted. And over time, as you keep doing that, now you don't even trust yourself to do the things that you want to do because you never stick to those promises. That's the problem. That's the problem, okay? Ooh, progress, not perfection, is my focus. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. What did I say? We're just focusing on getting a little bit better than we were the day before. As long as we do that, we will not fail. We will reach our goals. Never forget that, okay? We have 2 more minutes and we're closing it out. For those of you guys who said you were ready, let's go, let's go. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile. Click on the link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Now remember TikTok #1, that's my main account, so my profile does not look like this, okay? But the link is still the same. Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on the red button here that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, leave the live and come to my YouTube channel and click on this link that says glowuploungehq.com. And then click on this top button, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through, 249. All right, you guys, our timer is getting ready to go off. Make sure you follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos and they make fake accounts and they turn around and message you. YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. You'll be getting a message from me within the next 30 to 50 seconds. Okay, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. Listen, I know I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm going to tell you the truth. Some people are not ready for the truth. That's your business. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday and I will see you guys later. Bye TikTok #1 and bye TikTok #2 and bye YouTube.